Yeah, I have a great book. It's really short. It's like 5 pages. It's a credit scoring booklet that we put together. It talks all about the credit scoring model, the average interest rates you pay for different credit scores, and why credit is so important. It's becoming more and more and more important all the time.
For auto insurance,
Yeah,
home
yep,
insurance, and
yep.
all of that.
One other thing that I was a product manager at a credit card company, and we pulled a lot of credit reports, so I know kind of too much about this, but things are changing. It's just
Yeah, and it's this arms race. Like now you can't use the. You used to be able to like inherit credit history from your parents.
Oh, yeah, just
if they put you on as an authorized signer, you could inherit all their credit history. That just changed. That was well, it was a great trick. We used it a lot.
Well, it's not changing until like March, right?
Yeah, but I think
took it out there right now.
but it'll if you do it now. I mean, maybe if you're buying a home or doing something in the very very short term, it'll help. But it takes 30 days to report. And then by the, it's middle of, what day is it today? It's the 16th, 17th. So at this point it's too late, and then it would come off on March 1st, you're right, so.
So one other thing that people don't know that they should know is if you have rates that are higher than, I mean, right now you can get 8 to 10% as long as you have decent credit. If you've got rates on credit cards that are higher than that, call the companies and ask them to lower it.
It works. Ask them to lower your rate and double your balance.
Especially if you've been there for a while.
Yep. And
because
ask to talk to a manager right away.
People just don't know, but you could call up and say, hey, my rate is this high, and I'm considering going to this other card, and they'll lower your rate by. Usually they won't do it. I mean, if you're paying 18%, they won't go down and lower it to 8, but they'll lower it to 14, and then 6 months from now, call back and they should lower. I mean, as long as you've got a decent credit.
They have tiers.
Yep.
It's like prime plus, 8%
Seven
or whatever.
yeah.
And they have like 3 tiers. So the first tier is for the people that have ridiculous credit and all that. So when you come on, if you have great credit, you get the best rate. And then if you're not, boom, boom. But if you pay on time, sometimes they'll move you to the
But they'll
prime
never
plus
do it proactively.
lower. No, they won't. They're
Never.
obviously going to keep it higher. But yeah, you can call in and you just say, hey, I've been with you since 1995 or whatever, 2000, whatever, and you know what, I've been a great customer, I always pay on time, I'm looking to move into a different place unless you do something, and they'll, if you pay on time and you've been a great customer, we'll say, I used to work for American Express, so I know that with the people that deal with the cards all the time, they're like, hey, people call in and they ask for a supervisor, because everything's recorded, they have to go right to a supervisor. And if someone's been with the company for 5 years plus, they say, hey, this person's been with us for X amount of years, and just based on the number of years you've been with that company, or that card company, a lot of times they'll move you down to a lower tier.
And Amex is one of the best ones. Yeah. I had a buddy, swear to God, real estate investor, went, opened a credit card, got the balance up to $250,000 by going to the manager, getting the balance raised, hanging up, calling back.
But you don't necessarily want, because that.
No. You're right. That's a dangerous thing. That's the dark side of the
Because
force.
then they look at your potential credit out.
Well, they look at your financials. You have to send financials.
Yeah, it's
depending on.
Well, I just mean if you're trying to, if you've got you've got 4 cards and all the cards have a $25,000 balance limit. Even if you've only got $1,000 on the card, they look at your potential. I mean, you could go out tomorrow and rack up $100,000 in debt.
But the credit scoring model, if we're talking about improving credit score, debt to available credit is the number. Less than 30%, boom, helps you. More than 50% hurts you. Up to between 30 and 50%, neutral. So, just in terms of that context.
What do you do if you're trying to, like with my business, I've had it for March, will be my year of having my business, but my federal tax ID obviously trying to establish that, but I want to keep it separate from my personal credit score. What are like things that you should do with that?
I don't know anything about business credit.
Go into any bank. This is a little trick that I use to build credit for my business. Put in $1,000, and then in your business's name.
Open a secured card.
And then, and then get a savings secured loan. Take that loan, go to another bank, give it to them, take out a savings secured loan. Go to another bank, give it to them, take out a savings secured loan. So you spend $1,000 to get 3 trade lines in your business's name, and you're only paying on one, really.
Because the others are paying.
Because the others are, it's all pass through.
And what kind of loan?
It's a savings secured loan is what it's called.
It's basically you're securing your own loan with your own $1,000.
That'll bump your Dun & Bradstreet real quick. You need about 12 months of that, and then you've got 3 open trade lines reporting for 12 months. That's probably the best way to shock your business credit.
And all 3 are open?
Yeah.
So you put $1,000
And you're paying,
in.
yeah, and you're paying a little.
You paid each one down except the one.
Yeah,
Interesting.
So you only have one tenant.
yeah.
And it's for $1,000.
Yes, not that.
You're paying debt service on one
Right.
group of 1,000, but you're having it at 3 different banks. So the trade lines, are open.
That's a great idea. It takes a little finagling.
Yeah, well, and there's a lot
Yeah,
of, there's a lot
is
of
it like
little,
legal to- I mean, would
Oh,
be,
yeah.
okay,
of course it's legal, it's your money.
yeah,
You can do anything you want with a loan, right?
right.
It's called leverage.
Right.
That's what I do.
And you can put it just in the, like, in my federal tax ID number, or what?
Yeah, you'll open a bank account,
I have mine at
savings
M&I.
account, and with M&I Bank, great, go to M&I, put $1,000 open a savings account in your business's name with your federal tax ID number. Have them take out the loan. Now, by the way, $1,000 is real small, right? I mean, are you gonna be able to go out and get a, 4,000 square foot or
Depends on
40,000
how
square
much
foot
credit
commercial
you
property?
need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you're looking for like really good stuff, do 5,000,
Mhm,
right? But $1,000 will at least get your Dun & Bradstreet on the map,
right,
your business credit,
okay.
okay? That's probably the fastest way, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not very risky in terms of like having to go out and service a bunch of debt.
Right.
Also, I don't know if you could do lease a copier.
No.
Leasing copiers is pretty easy, okay? And that shows up. And yeah, I'm sorry,